No wonder women rush to have kids. We're being trained for it since we were kids. They're like, here's a baby doll. Here's an easy bake oven. I got one of those. I stuck my head in it. I was like, I want out of this narrative.
Few comics owned the year 2024 the way comedian Nikki Glaser did. Luke Burbank tells us why next year might be just as golden.
When you're a white pasty girl, you get a spray tan. Everyone's nicer to you. They think you're like, you've been on vacation. They think things are going well in your life. And they're not. You've just stood naked in front of a teenager.
Nikki Glaser thought she had her January all planned out.
In the middle of her spraying me, like seeing my butt, like she goes, I'm such a fan. And
so for January 2025, I was going to possibly have like a brow lift or some kind of like really invasive surgery that I've been, you know, looking into getting.
That you need to disappear from the public for and then reemerge.
Yes.
But then she got a phone call from 2 of her agents.
And when it's 2, you know it's good news, because when it's bad news, they just make one person do it because no one wants to do that, because they all want to like...
Hollywood pro tip.
Absolutely. And they're like, so this operation, is there any way you could push it till maybe the second week of January?
Here's to Challengers, the only movie to ever capture the raw sensuality of tennis.
That's because January 5th, Glaser is hosting the Golden Globes on CBS. Just another big gig in a year that's been filled with them.
it's easy to be a bad mom. That's so easy. But to be a good mom is hard. To be a bad mom, that's as easy as being a great dad. That's...
Her 2024 special, Someday You'll Die, was nominated for an Emmy, a Grammy, and a Golden Globe. But it's the special's theme song that Glaser wrote that she's most proud of.
Honestly, it might be like one of the things I'm most proud of in my entire life.
I mean, it couldn't be more different than joke writing, right? In
Yeah.
terms of the vulnerability.
Yes, yes, because everything with joking is like, I get vulnerable and then I cut it with like some kind of line that's like, I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about my depression, but we're all not gonna get emotional here. There's just something so embarrassing about being emotional for me. So I think I just have to reframe it as like, you can't do it, Nikki, it's too hard. And I'll be like, yes, I can.
Glaser made her name in celebrity roasts with a searing joke style.
Jewel is here, or as I call her, Trailer Swift.
Deadpanning at her own expense and the expense of others.
But everyone's telling me, Nikki, at your age, just freeze your eggs. Just freeze them. Freeze your eggs. I'm like, can I burn them? Is that an option? Because...
Jokes that we mostly can't play for you on network TV.
Orgasms feel as good as kids are. That is, they're directly correlated.
All of which came in handy earlier this year when she roasted NFL great Tom Brady live on Netflix.
Tom also lost $30 million in crypto. Tom, how did you fall for that? I mean, even Gronk was like, me know that not real money. Like...
Glaser says though she's mostly done with roasts, she actually asked Netflix for the job.
I was like, tell Tom Brady I'm the Tom Brady of roasting. It's flattery, but it's also true. I meant it. I really feel like Tom Brady is a guy that worked hard enough to become how great he is.
The same could be said about Glaser, and the Golden Globes will be her biggest audience to date.
I'm gonna nail it. Here's the thing, maybe I won't nail it in some people's eyes, but I will have nailed it in my eyes because I have set up a system leading up to it that I couldn't possibly work harder on it.
More on that system later, because confidence is not something that's always come easy to Glaser.
I drink every single night of my life, and it was like the only thing I looked forward to in my life.
She's talked about struggles with self-medicating, eating disorders, and alcoholism.
For me, drinking was the worst of all of them, and it's been kind of whack-a-mole with all of those, but those have never caused me as much pain as drinking did, so I'm glad that drinking is just not an option.
You know, in recovery, they talk about this thing called like the dis-ease.
Oh, yeah.
Just this general state of not being at ease.
Yes, that's the obsession with work, is like just not wanting to feel. You know, my therapist always says like there's this like middle ground where it's just like you feel good about things, and then there's this anxiety, and then there's the depression down here, and you love being here and you love being here, but you do not like being here because at least something's happening here.
I was wondering if I could run some jokes for you. That would be awesome.
Will the pressure of hosting the Golden Globes get to Glaser? She says she hopes it does.
I thrive on anxiety. Like, I like feeling like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like, I like that feeling. I feel like I kill it when I'm anxious.
I'm Nikki Glaser. Oh, my writers are putting notes in as we go.
Glaser's system, which she first developed for the Tom Brady roast, is working with a team of writers.
There's like certain people that you can.
You have a past to make fun of. Like,
Yes, but they haven't done anything horrible.
No, like
But
you're not.
they're
Like
not
people
criminals.
don't gasp when you say their name.
Right.
Writers that include Sean O'Connor, Jessica Dweck, and Glaser's longtime boyfriend and collaborator Chris Convey.
You have to think too much for this one, for an opening monologue.
Maybe you do.
Those jokes they come up with are then tested over and over, both on the road and in small LA clubs, to see what real audiences think.
I did have a bunch of Ozempic jokes I was going to tell, but I lost them. The natural way, I swear, I just cut out soda.
The Golden Globe audience will decide on January 5th if all this preparation by Glaser has paid off. But she says, in a certain way, she's already working on her next project, an offstage one at that.
I think my new challenge is like, I want to be known for being a nice celebrity. And I just want to be someone that people go, oh, she's really great to work with. She was really nice to us. And not in an inauthentic way.
You want to spread kindness to people while you're eviscerating their entire existence in your periphery.
That's the paradox of it, is like, I want to spread honesty.
Thank you so much. You helped me a lot. Thank you. I love you.
In our neighborhood, we live in a cul-de-sac, which is very exciting. We do all the cul-de-sac stuff, you know, like if anybody comes down there, we're like, what are you doing down?
Open sesame.
Hey, Joe, we're down to the last Butterfinger.
The last Butterfinger! Hey! Simpson going deep.
Get a crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery burst in every bite of Butterfinger.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
I'm the master reptile.